Do you, like, a lot of people say that you should invest, not trade.
I would agree with them.
Why would you say that, or what do you prefer, like investing or trading, or both? Like, what do you prefer?
I prefer trading.
Okay.
But I would assume most people would do better off with their capital if they were investing. So when you're investing and you have a certain amount of a certain corpus of capital with you, you can make 15% a year. But even that 15%, like in 4.5, 5 years, will double your net capital. In trading, the problem here lies is that's great advice. Everybody says that invest, don't trade, make 15% a year. Your money will compound. In 20 years, you'll have this huge pile of equity. The problem is for many people who are not starting off with a nest egg, they can't really afford to do that. Like if I have 50,000 rupees that I'm starting with, and I want to grow it into something big, I can't really invest and make money.
Yeah.
So circumstances were like that back then, and I had to grow a small pool of capital. Hence trading, leverage, options, derivatives, all of that were what I was attracted to. But a broader answer to that question, out of 10 people who trade, maybe 8 lose money. Out of 10 people who invest, maybe 3 lose money or 4 lose money. So if you were to ask me advice on if one should be a trader or an investor, for that reason, I would say investor.
So like chances of you succeeding
Are much higher.
are much higher. And okay, so let's say people here who are listening to this podcast are the risky ones. Okay, they are the ones who are the bold ones, and they wanna get into trading. What are these 2 or 3 mistakes they should avoid as a young person? Because when you're young, your biggest problem is you don't have money to start investing. Just like for everyone, and for a lot of reasons. A, your income is not high. B, your aspirations are very high. C, you want to impress a lot of people, do a lot of shit. So you don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
that's actually a tough one. The question essentially, which I typically would not answer, is how to trade with leverage and then not lose too much money too quickly, right? I think one very important thing, it sounds a lot simpler than it actually is stick to the trend. If you spend a certain amount of time in the market, see a very inept beginner will look at the price of 2 stocks at $100.
okay.
If yesterday the price of one stock went from 100 to 150 and the other stock went from 100 to 100 to 90, he would naturally be inclined to buy what is at 90 today, because he will think ek itna upar chala gaya, abhi niche aayega, the other one has gone to 90, the odds of it going up are higher. That typically does not work out. You have to stick to the trend and the prevailing momentum in the market. Watch a stock for a certain amount of time. If something has gone from 100 to 110 to 150 to 200, buy it while it's in that trend and try to exit it before the trend ends. So typically a good way to do this would be enter at 150, keep a stop loss of 10-20% and a target of 50-60%. But enter the transaction with a stop loss and a target which is predefined in one manner or another.